Ladies and gentlemen, today my guest is definitely keeping R&B alive. I consider him a global artist because he represents not only the States, but Melbourne, Australia. G'day, mate. How are
Oh,
you today?
g'day. I'm going well. Thank you. Thank you
Good.
so much for
You
having
know,
me.
I had to look it up. Australia is a place that I really want to visit. Which keeps me away from it is the plane ride.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
know,
it's
you
quite
know.
a bit. Yeah, it's almost half a day basically, sometimes even a whole day to get there. So
Yes.
yeah.
It's the hybrid soul with Kelly Kinkaid. And as I'm into my own selfish thoughts, today my guest is Rini.
Yes, sir.
I started this off with you are keeping R&B alive, and that you were raised in Australia, correct?
Yes, I was. I was born
Yes.
in the Philippines, but I
Yes.
grew up in Australia, basically.
So I guess my first question for you before I ask about your musical influences is, did R&B choose you or did you choose R&B?
Good question. I think I chose R&B
Okay.
to start off with in music because Um, during my teen years, that's what I was listening to a lot. And I never used to listen to R&B like, that much because I grew up listening to, you know, rock ballads and like some usual Filipino, stuff that they listen to.
Right.
But being exposed to that, you know, really, really kind of caught my attention. Like I was like, I want to do some R&B.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are some of your musical influences as you grew up?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of well, when I was in the Philippines, I listened to a lot of, Michael Jackson, the Eagles,
Hmm.
Prince, uh, who else? Like even like Guns N' Roses and stuff, But then when I moved to Australia, I started listening to a lot of like Lauryn Hill, a lot
Wow.
of D'Angelo, Music Soul Child. It kind of just like, completely changed my world. Like that neo soul was like
Right. Right.
what I was vibing to.
Rennie, and it explains when I listen to your music because I say you are a vibe. When I listen to, I love from your EP Ultraviolet, I love Haunt Me. I really love that song. So you are an artist, you are a songwriter. From loving your musical influences, how did you get into songwriting?
So I started songwriting when I was about 17.
Uh-huh.
I started making YouTube covers basically of songs, like songs that I love, pop songs, R&B songs, everything. Um, but I kind of wanted to do more. And, my dad was the one who told me like you should, start singing. And then being the cover artist that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something new and I'm gonna write my song.
Right.
And I wrote my first song when I was like 16, I think. 16, 17. Never put it out. It was like the very, very first song. It was very different as well. And then yeah, 2016, I put out my very first song, which was
Hmm.
Wasted, and
Yes.
didn't expect it to get anything at all. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it, what's the harm in it? And it got about 300,000 plays in like a couple months, which was like very, it was very big for me at that time. Like I know it's not a lot, like to like compared to artists, streams
Yeah.
today, but to me that was like, yo, that's I want to keep doing it now.
Right.
So and just the fun and like the excitement I get in writing songs and expressing how I feel was really what drove me to keep writing. So yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Any out of your musical influences, is it any cover that you would like to do and put on upcoming project from one of your influences?
A cover. Yeah, that's well, I was thinking of making like not doing a full cover, but like, you know, even sampling like a Purple Rain vibe from Prince.
Mhm.
Like I feel like yeah, that's something that I would love to try out, just like sonically and you know, the concept wise.
When I'm going to give you one to marinate on. When I listen to your voice and your vibe, Michael Jackson, Lady in My Life.
Ooh, I love that. I was actually just listening to that at the gym, and yeah, I love that song. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Being an artist that has lived in different places and growing up all over the world,
Mhm.
um, do you find there's a difference in different areas that you are as far as the way they embrace you when you
Of
tour?
course. Yeah, definitely. You know, some areas, I guess, is a little bit more what's the word? Conservative, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, some areas are like, you know, they turn up, really love the R&B music.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, you know, I'm trying not to limit myself, um, in creating like what type of music I want to make. Like, I do want to try some rock recently. Like, I've been really gravitating towards that type of sonic, but like also make the worlds collide. And you
Hmm.
know, the R&B that I've been making, I want to, you know, make that collaborate and make it something new and fresh.
Right.
Yeah,
You're touring right now, and I actually see a few festivals. I'm like, I saw you on the bill, the one that's coming up in Sacramento. Um,
right.
how has touring been for you on the road, like all over the world?
Yeah, touring has been nothing but fun for me. Like honestly, like I am just so grateful to be doing, you know, what I'm doing right now, especially like for my fans that come out all the way, you know, to the city or even like from they fly out to like see me and stuff. So like I'm, you know, super like stoked every
Yeah,
time I perform. And you know, it's been a journey as well. Like there's a lot of preparation that goes um behind touring, like rehearsals, and you know, you gotta I'm not even gonna get into the detail because there's so many, but yeah, like it's not just, you know, I guess it's not just fun times, it's also times where you're like, damn, you're stressed out a little bit.
yeah.
Um and you know, on the road for a long time, so you're away from your family, away from my girl and you know my friends and stuff, so it can get a little, you know, weird sometimes, but it's cool. Like I love the process, and you know, want to keep doing it for the fans.
We
I
need
love
that.
being on stage. I love just you know, absorbing the energy that they bring, and yeah, I can't wait to do more.
And so everything when you were writing the song, and I wanted to know what was the name of the first song that you wrote.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't even remember, but I think it was called Lovely or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wrote it when I was 16, and you know, it was like one of those acoustic songs, and
Mhm.
I can't even remember any of the words, but it's somewhere out there.
And from putting out your first song, The Wasted,
Yeah.
what was the plan? Like the plan that you thought then, has it bloomed to where you are now, or has it gotten even better?
No, the thing is, right, I didn't have a plan. Like I was just like, you know what, you know, this feels good to me. I'm gonna put it out. Like, see what happens. Um, I guess I was kind of just like you know, experimenting and
Yeah.
you know, didn't really have no expectations as to like what type of reaction I would get.
Hmm.
Um, which made it like a lot easier for me, you know. And I've been doing it that way with music ever since, you know, like I kind of just like whatever feels good for me, I'll put it out. That's it. You know, I don't, you know, I know not everybody's gonna be pleased or, you know, not everybody will like the song, or love the song, but I love it and that's what matters. So
Where did that come from? Because there's a lot of people who may have a song or something and maybe afraid. Where does that come from? From your upbringing, your friends, or just something that just was born inside of you?
I think it was just, yeah, it was just, I guess, born inside of me. Like I it's just I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like there's a feeling, when you feel something, when you feel great about something that you just get this feeling that you want to share it to the world. And
Yeah,
like every time I'm writing a song and I feel great about that song, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Like let's put that out. That's it.
yeah.
So yeah, no formula, nothing, no, yeah, just vibes, really. That's it.
You are a vibe. Being being raised in Australia, you're
Mhm.
Filipino. When you look at the typical R&B singers, they are people of color. Did that ever intimidate you, or you just was like, "I'm a vibe. Get to like me."
Yeah, in Australia, like like there's a very small, I guess, like R&B scene. And
Hmm.
like I feel like everybody kind of just supports everyone, like everybody came from different, places. It's
Yeah.
like Melbourne's like one of the most diverse cities in Australia. So, um, yeah, though, it was intimidating at first because, there's some singers out there that can really, really sing. Like, I don't, I probably, wouldn't say that I'm like the best singer or whatever in Melbourne, or, it's not that, but it's just about, I guess, the whole creation process and the joy that it brings me. It's like, it's
Hmm.
more than, I guess it overcomes the fear of, what other artists might say or what other people would
Yeah.
tell me and stuff. Yeah.
I love it. I love it because
Thank
music has no color.
Exactly. No.
You feel it. It's a feeling, and I
Right.
think that's what I love about you because even before I saw your face, I heard you, and I started playing the music on the
What
countdown,
do you
and
think?
I love, and I start, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it should be about. And I love that you're an artist like that. It's like
Thank-
you want to contribute to this music game, and I think that's important.
And
So,
like I've got like mad respect for, like other people that come from, that represent, who they are
yeah.
culturally and like, their upbringing, like they're proud of, what they are. Basically,
Hmm.
that's how we make great music. Everybody kind of just brings their own thing to the table and then, it
Right.
becomes a new thing. This is what's beautiful about it. So
Yeah. How is it when you go back home? Have you gotten a chance to go and perform your projects at home yet?
no, not yet.
Oh.
Actually, I've been dying to like really just do a tour in Australia. But I've been working hard as well to get out here to the US for the past couple years. So once I had my visa, I stayed here for a little bit and
Mm.
working on projects, and it's really hard to like, go back and forth type thing with the whole COVID as well.
Yeah.
But this year, I think we are officially going to be going to Australia for a tour. So
Oh, that's gonna
it's
be
gonna
fun.
be exciting, yeah.
Yeah, Australia was not playing around with COVID at all.
Oh, no, 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 no. They had like it's crazy. That's
Yeah,
all I can say. It was
like
crazy.
you couldn't go. Like, no way. I respect that. Them in Canada.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about this new single, My Love, that you have with BB. Tell me how you and BB came together, the writing, because I really love the song.
Thank you so much. So My Love, actually, we wrote that a long time ago, probably like pre-COVID.
Hmm.
Um Actually, yeah, like it was one of the last sessions I had in LA before I went back home because like everything was shutting down.
Yeah.
And we got like a message from back home saying like, every Australian citizen that's out there, like y'all need to go back because we're about to shut down. So, me, BB, I met BB at that session that Warner set up, and we were just vibing, talking, saying like, yo, what should we do? And I was like, yo, we should, try like just jam it out. And BB started coming up with that melody, the hook, which was I would give you my love. So she sang that like on the spot, and then the producer Sam Wish, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna flip it, make it sound like a sample,"
Yeah.
and that became the hook. And then, you know, like that time, right? I was away from my girlfriend, so I was kind of just like, you know, concept wise thinking about like being in a long distance thing, and you know, when you get back, it's like I'm gonna give you my love, like,
Mhm.
you know, saving it all for you type thing. So that's kind of how we came out with the track, but the track didn't come out the same day that we went in. It took a lot of like retouching and, you know,
Right.
yeah, just going back and forth. But you know, if COVID wasn't there, I feel like we would have, you know, finished that, you know, it would have been out way back. But
Do you believe I believe in timing is everything because now that you're on the road, I look forward to seeing you all perform it. I feel like it's one of those records in like a stadiums that you're gonna have the phones and the flashlights back and
wow.
forth.
Oh yeah, I would mean
It'll be
damn,
one of
like
those big ones.
that's what I'm, you know, I would, yeah, I would probably just pass out seeing that. But that's the dream. I mean, like if, you know, I feel like the record's a very strong record, you know, it makes people feel something.
Yep,
So I
absolutely.
I don't, you know, I don't doubt that at all. I feel like we can definitely get there with that song.
Any plans for a visual for this? A video?
Um, we haven't actually, you know, thought about that, but maybe yeah. I feel like it deserves a video, right?
I do too. I think that when I look at your other videos, you have to have a video for this as well
Okay.
because when you do your videos, there's one that you have and you turn into a cartoon. Which one is
Oh
that one?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Um,
bedtime story. Yeah.
is that one called? Which one is that? Oh, yeah, bedtime
Bedtime.
story. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
How involved are you with your visuals?
I am very involved actually. You know, we had a time where it was like, you know, we're just gonna try different people, like see
Hmm.
what they can come up with and stuff. But recently I've just been like, nah, we gotta sit down and we really gotta, you know, I have a vision that I wanna, you know, and you can just add, you know, your sauce to it. But it needs to be what we, you know, what we see.
Yeah,
Because I wrote the song and, you know, it needs to make sense. But um yeah, I feel like that visual was it was okay, but like, you know, it could have been better because like that was in the midst of COVID as well. Like we literally had that concept of like, you know, being on FaceTime and,
yeah.
you know, I'll come to you in the cartoon world type thing. But
I love it.
what
I
it is,
love
you
it.
gotta make do. So yeah,
You
thank
look,
you.
you got to make it do what it do.
Exactly. Do what it do.
So you've worked with BB. I want to talk about working with some of the other people that you've worked with, Wale with Red
Oh,
Lights. How did that come about working with Wale
yeah.
and Red Lights, even with the visuals?
Right. So Wale, how he got on the record, I was actually I had a different record that I wanted a rapper on,
Mhm.
and my A&R sent him that, but he also heard Red Lights and it was like, yo, nah, I'm gonna do that one instead. And I was like,
Yeah,
ah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of like Red Lights without the feature, but like as soon as I heard his verse, because like we didn't really get into the studio because it was COVID again.
yeah,
Um, as soon as I heard his verse, I was like, yo, like this just like, you know, turned the track completely, you know, into like a
yeah,
whole different vibe. And I was like, I love it. Let's do it. And then yeah, came back to LA to shoot the video. I didn't expect him to pull up, but you know, he pulled up and thank you, Wale, man. Like he's such a cool dude. So
it is.
yeah, blessed. It's just yeah, I'm just blessed to have the opportunity because I you know, I used to listen to Wale when I was in high school, and like that is like the
Wow.
craziest thing ever, like, you know, doing a song with him. So
Who are
yeah.
you listening to now, music wise, besides yourself?
Right now, been listening to a lot of different things, like a lot of old school stuff.
Hmm.
So like going back to like Queen, um, been listening to a lot of Kerrang Bean as well, and Tame Impala, like
Nice.
some alternative stuff. Been trying to get into like how do you explain that? Like the disco stuff back in the days. So I've been trying to make like, up tempos and like just vibes that make people want to dance.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You know what a great if you ever get a chance to listen to, and are they from Australia, the Bee Gees?
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention the Bee Gees. I listen to the Bee Gees every single day.
That Saturday Night Fever soundtrack is amazing, but the Bee Gees are like amazing.
Yeah.
What
Love
is
that.
it for you to represent your country and be in the States with your music now? What does that feel like? Because you are repping Australia, Melbourne.
It feels great. I feel like not just Melbourne as well. No, I'm kind of like representing my Filipino heritage, because
Yeah,
like um I don't think there's somebody like there's an artist that is doing R&B that's like full Filipino. Like I'm like I mean in the I don't want to I know it sounds like I'm an asshole or anything, but
no, 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 at
like
all.
the most recognized I guess closest to the Filipinos are like they're not really completely Filipino. So I want
Hmm.
one of the people that like bring bring
Representing.
the recognition in the map, you know what I'm saying? Like so yeah, it feels great. It feels like a huge responsibility, but not really. It's like it's fun and I'm just proud to be doing what I do and yeah, just trying to show my future I guess generations of Filipino artists that we can do the same thing. Like even if you came from the Philippines, like you gotta make your way out and
Yeah,
just you know
yeah.
pursue it.
What's the fun parts of being an artist for you to date?
I feel like the fun part about being an artist is getting to just getting to like collaborate. I feel
Mhm.
like for me right now is like collaborating is like such a fun thing to do. Like
Yeah,
I love hearing what people have to say about certain topics and like, the different perspectives in life and, stuff like that because that helps me grow as a person.
yeah,
And, I've been in the studio with a lot of different producers and different writers, and they would say things that I probably would never say. And, I was like, oh, okay. Like I understand. Like I see where
right,
you're coming from and stuff. And yeah, I feel like as an artist, you get to do that type of stuff. You get to share moments with other people
right.
and create, that's the most beautiful thing about it.
Any artists on your wish list for you did Constellation that you put
Mhm.
out in 2021. You have the Ultraviolet. So I know that you're in the studio working on new music
Yeah.
in between touring. Who's on your wish list to work with?
Ooh, there's a lot,
Yeah,
but if I was to pick right now, I'd love to work with Crown Bean, which is a three-piece band. Like they do like a lot of very like funky ambient, stuff. SZA would be a vibe. I would love to work with SZA.
yeah. What's your favorite song? Have you checked out her new project?
Yeah, I love her new project.
Do you have
I
a
feel like
favorite song?
I love I love Nobody Gets Me and Snooze.
I
Snooze, yeah.
love
Snooze is a vibe.
it's such a vibe.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Look, maybe you do a cover on that so she can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully, hey, I might just do that today.
Okay. Okay. I love look, you got to hit me so I can check it out and I'm gonna
All
be
right.
like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to new music. I'm looking forward to seeing you live on stage. If you
When am I
had to
seeing you
put
live?
say it again.
Where are you based?
I'm based on the East Coast, but I'm going to be on the West Coast this summer.
Okay.
But because I always say the hybrid soul, we are the destination for R&B discovery. I fly out. I fly out and go wherever. So
Oh,
look,
okay.
it doesn't matter where you are. If I want to be there, I'm gonna get out to you, you know?
Please, like let me know. Like if you're in, one of the cities, I'll pull up on you too. So,
Absolutely. What can we expect when we see you on stage performing?
ooh, some smooth, sexy,
Yeah.
vibe. We're
Yeah.
gonna be having fun. It's gonna be a blast. Like this next tour is gonna be a different tour because I'm gonna have a whole band set up too. So
Nice. And that's where it falls in with Crown B, because you're getting ready for that.
yes,
Putting it,
exactly.
putting it out in the universe.
Yeah.
My last question is putting, like, I believe that you have to put out in the universe things that you want. What stage will we see you on that you want to put out in the universe coming up in 23, 24?
Damn, man, that's tough. Um,
It can
I
be
guess
more than one.
I'll just see you in Coachella and Madison Square Garden. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. Look,
Gotta
I
aim
feel
big.
I feel you. I see you on there. Look, American Music Awards,
Oh yeah.
Grammys,
Oh yeah, we getting Grammy.
you know?
We're claiming it.
That's right. That's right. Rini, it's
Thank you
been
so much.
such a pleasure talking to you. I'm glad that we're connected. The Hybrid Soul has already connected with you because we're playing your music on Taste Radio. Anything that you want to tell your fans and your new fans from listening to this before we leave?
Yes, for sure. To all my fans listening to this right now, I'm going on tour this month, 23rd of March. We start, and it's gonna be until the start of April. So make sure you check out my Instagram, Rini Dog. All the tour dates are gonna be there. If you're in the city, pull up. It's gonna be a vibe. And yeah, I'm working on some new stuff as well. I can't wait to share with y'all. So until next time, I'll definitely see y'all soon though.
I love
Thank
it. And I feel like I connected with this vibe, and I have my guests. I call them Kelly kinfolk. So you're one of my kinfolk now. Okay,
Okay, I'm on the
okay.
kinfolk. Yeah, let's go.
So, so it's been a pleasure. Everyone, please check out Rennie, all his catalog. Go see him because I know it's a vibe. I want to thank you for being my guest on the Hybrid Soul. And
Thank you
until
for
next
having
time, and we got to support my love and
my
your
life.
ultraviolet.
Yes,
Okay,
please. Yes,
absolutely.
thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. It's the Hybrid Soul with Kelly Kinkaid, and my special guest today is Rennie.